A little bit. Might be a little bit, a little bit. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. And where did that go? Beautimus. All right, we'll go here. There we go. All right, does anybody have any good news they would like to share? I'll do a better job of giving you guys the platform a little bit before we get going.
Hey, Corey,
Yes, ma'am.
can I make a suggestion?
Do whatever you like.
Thank you. I'd like to suggest when we open it up for good news that we also open it up for like shout outs. Because I find it
That's what
easier
this is.
to recognize
Yeah,
somebody else
yeah,
than to be like, oh, so
yeah. No, that's what this is. Good news, shout out, whatever you want to call it. Anything anybody wants to share that's positive or informative. That's why I'm going to make sure I give everybody the platform to do so. So that's what this is. If anybody has anybody they want to shout out or any good news, anything they have going on,
Barb made 10K.
okay,
Yes,
great job,
she
Barb.
did.
Awesome job. Went from 8 and then over to 10K and continue to move. I'm gonna blow you
And
guys.
she's gonna go more.
Absolutely. I'm gonna show you guys something this morning. Um, he's probably not gonna like that I say this, but Adam is somewhat of a number savant. I'm just gonna call it what it is. We were working on going through commission breakdowns and the 25% and everything, and I'm like, okay, grab your calculator. And he just looked at me like I was stupid, and I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm like, okay, what's 80% of this? And he's like 1440. And I'm turned around and looked at him. I'm like, okay, all
Oh
right.
boy.
And
all right, Adam.
what's 75% of this? And he's like 960. And I'm like, okay.
That's a gift, boy.
Yeah, so we do another example. Put another example up there, and I'm asking the questions. He's like, that's 1380. I'm like, okay, this is all right. Okay, calculator. So he's extremely good with numbers. So the reason I brought that up, I'm going to show you guys something that shows you the system works if you do. And if you don't, it's just going to show you how, and Barb and Ben are great examples of what Adam and I were talking about with like white rabbit theory. If you don't know what that is, look it up.
Mhm.
Then once you look it up, we'll have our conversation about it. But I'm pretty excited to show you guys this today, and it shows no disrespect to anybody, by the way, but it shows skill level, and then it shows effort. And it's not that Ben's not putting any effort; it's that he's getting so much better that he can take it even to the next level
Sure.
with more activity, even though he's already in a lot of activity. I'm going to show you guys that here in a second. All right. And then I've got some stuff we're going to talk about today that you guys probably don't think about. And I can guarantee you there's a bunch of other agency owners that don't talk about those kind of things. So before we move on, because it's not going to be a long meeting today, but before we move on, does anybody have any good news or shout outs or anything like that they'd like to put on? So thanks for shouting out Barb, Ben, for sure. All right, we'll keep moving. All right. So our $50,000 goal, it is in our sights, just over $42,000, which is awesome. Don't count us out yet. I think we'll definitely have a real opportunity to get there. Um, Move on from there because I got some other stuff to talk about with that. Our mission statement is to inspire and nurture our teammates to exceed their goals one person, one family, and one neighborhood at a time. And as we get bigger, better, stronger, bringing on just as good or better quality than what we have right now, which that's going to be tough to do, that's how we're built. And I know some of you guys that were here and have come back, some of us that were here from, kind of from the beginning, just seeing where we've come from and where we're at and where we're going is pretty awesome. So let's keep our foot on the gas and keep moving forward. Administrative task, if you get anything from Sherry Walker, which is a 901 number, because I know we get a lot of spam, she's calling to check and see if you need any help with administration. I had a policy that didn't pay, $46.20. I simply texted the lady last night and said, hey, you're 46.20. When should we take that out? She said you can take it out tomorrow. It was awesome. Actually I'll screenshot that and put it on there so you guys can see it. But sometimes these things aren't as scary as you think they are. A lot of times, just people have life happens, right? They got to get a tire, and that $46 policy that they had, it didn't go through. So a lot of times, you just text them, pick up the phone, and call them. Hey, when do we get to start it back up again? They'll tell you go ahead and do it tomorrow. So just be mindful of that, taking care of your administrative tasks. Next Friday, September 5th, we'll be at Chick-fil-A at our normal location at 12607 Dorset Road. Looking forward to seeing everybody's faces and everybody getting together there. Obviously, breakfast is on me. September 12th will be our next boot camp, so looking forward to it. We had a room full last time. All of you guys were there, which is really awesome. And looking forward to having a couple new teammates there at our next boot camp on September 12th. Huge shout out to Barb, not just breaking our record, but it's just exploding through it. And going 9 days in a row of strings. So for our new people, what an ab string is it's protecting a family, at least one family a week. That's a weekly string, but a daily string goes Monday through Saturday. Sundays don't count because we can't write production on those days. So Barb is on 9 days in a row, which is a brand new team record. So Barb, congratulations to you. 10K, 8K, getting your national newsletter, then going over 10K, breaking the glass ceiling there, and then turning around and breaking our string record, which is fantastic. So keep your foot on the gas, girl. It's awesome. That's fantastic. Keep up the great work. My dad told me to tell you, keep it up. I was talking to him last night about the team. He's always asking how things are going. And Benji, he told me to tell you he's glad that you're back, even though you don't know him. So my dad's a huge supporter of our team. It's pretty funny. I'm gonna get on one day on your meeting. I'm like, no, you won't get the code because he won't. You think I talk a lot? That guy won't stop talking at all. But anyway, our countdown to 20K. We're only 7,100 away. I know there's probably some of you guys that thought when this week started, man, 20K seems like a lot. And here we are, just a short $7,000 away from making that happen. So big party we'll throw when we do that. And looks like we're going to be the team that actually wins the most growth, if you will, from last month to this month as well, which is pretty exciting. So we'll be throwing a vision party. Looks like I'll be catering in Qdoba, for those of you Qdoba fans, which I eat like once a week. But we'll be doing that at the office. Your family will be invited. Food, might even have a little beverage, if you will, sodas, all that kind of stuff. So looking forward to that. I'll give everybody plenty of notice. That way your significant others, your family, your kids, everybody can come. Vision board parties are awesome. So, all right. So Jess is here right on cue, $50,000. We're only 7,304 issue away. We got a couple days to get that done. I really think we can make that happen with a big push. And we're starting to get towards that 3,000 to 5,000. I know I've talked to our leadership team about that, but once we start getting to that $3,000 to $5,000 submitted mark every day, I'm telling you guys, magic happens. And then it goes to 7,500. We start submitting every day, and then all of a sudden we're doing 25,000 a week, over $100,000 a month. So let me tell you guys what's going to happen at that point. I've done this 3 times now. Once we start getting over that $100,000 mark, the overrides that are there, I used a lot of the overrides to fund trips and incentive trips. And Barb and Ben know, because I've talked about this, we've got incentive things lined up monthly once we get to that point, because the agency will then pay for itself, and putting those things in place. So there'll be some type of incentive once a month. There'll be free trips. There'll be all kinds of stuff. So as we continue to get bigger, that's what will happen. Increases in pay, all those things. All right. So 7,304 is what we need to hit that 50K, and then it's 7,123 for us to hit the 20,000 and have the bowling party. So I was going to cap the bowling party at 5, but now I don't care. We hit the 20K submitted, everybody goes. All right, we'll keep moving. Anybody have any questions? I know I'm going through a lot of stuff. All right, sweet. So I posted this for those of you guys that have seen the 20-point tracker. We'll go over this today in training. Adam. So 20 activity points per day gets you 100 points per week, obviously basic math. 400 points a month gets you to 10K. Now, I don't have any other illustration to explain to you other than, I guess it's magic, but it's really not. It's just math. It's activity. So 30 points a day, right? Which is, you're going to be moving if you do that. But 30 points a day, 150 points a week, 600 points per month is 15,000 of annual premium. And then 40 points per day is 200 per week, 800 per month is 20,000. Now watch this. So these are our results from yesterday, the 28th. Barb had 17, Ben had 16, and then everyone else there, right? And i.e. they're our top performers. So you do the math. For the week so far, Barb's at 60, Ben's at 60, Jeff's at 51. Now, watch this. For the month, Barb's at 306, Ben's at 261, Jeff 242. Now here's where the magic happens. Check this out. So for those of us that might not be in the activity that we need to be in, check this out. Barb's at 306, right? Ben's at 261. 400 points in a month is 10K. What is Barb at for the month? 10K, right? So think about that. Just think about that just for a second. It's activity, it's numbers, it's math. That's all it is. And some of you guys will get even good enough when you go to the door, you won't even hardly follow the script, and people will go, oh yeah, I filled that out, and you'll get in. It just happens. Now here's Ben. Check this out. 261, but Ben's at 18.5. It's just activity. That's all this is. You don't have to be great at the door. You don't have to say everything perfectly. You just have to be in the activity. That's literally all this is, right? So you don't have to overthink it. Just go do it. Go see people. The more people you see, the easier you're going to make it. All right? So congratulations to Ben and Barb. But I wanted to point this out. And actually, I wasn't even really thinking about this until I was talking to Adam about numbers, and it just popped in my head. And I'm like, wait a minute. It does equate to that. And it just popped off right off the app. So I don't want to overdo it, but at the same time, I want you guys to see this. Here it is right in front of you. If you're in the activity, and even if you're not the best right now, you will get results. You absolutely will. All right. Anybody have any questions about that? All right.
Sorry.
Sweet. All right. Yeah. Yep.
I
Go
don't
ahead.
have a question, but just one other thing to kind of emphasize that point. So all of the activity that I've done this month, not everything that I post is immediate business, but already for September, and probably not 100% will stay on the books, but most of it will. I already have over $12,000 in pending business for September. So
Good
you're not
Lord.
seeing it all there, but that activity does make a big difference.
Makes a huge difference. So think about this. Barb, let me ask you a quick question. I'm glad you brought that up. What is your mindset for September? If you're already 12, no, you'll lose 10% of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's say you got 11,000 pending. What's your goal for September?
So I've been thinking about that a lot,
Good
be perfectly honest with you.
Yeah, of course.
I'm like, do I do 15? Like I like to set myself goals that
Attainable.
like when I hit it, I'm like, yes, not like, oh, I was almost there. Cause
Right.
in my mindset, so I would probably start at 15, but in the back of my head be thinking, but then if I go past it, like that, I have my goal and then I have my secret goal is the way my brain works.
Yeah, no, I get it. And everybody's
Yeah.
brains works a little different, right?
Yeah.
So what if I told you guys, I know because of the activity that Barb's in and the activity that she's consistently been in, Adam's over there
She's gonna
taking
do
numbers, you
20.
guys. He's gonna tell me she's gonna do $18,455, right? Poking at you, Adam. But here's the deal. Barb's gonna write 20K next month. Watch.
Totally.
She's gonna write 20K next month because she's in
hmm
the activity and she's moving, right? All it is this, and her skill level's getting higher. Every single day she's in the activity, your skill level will get higher. That's what happens. That's why Ben can be at 261 and be at 18.5. I'm telling you guys, 26 years of doing this, it gets easier. Your skill level gets better. That's just how it works, but you got to go do it. So if you're doing 4 or 5 door knocks a day, it doesn't work. It just doesn't. And I'm not harping at you guys. I'm just telling you, you guys all have the
No.
app. You can all see it. It just doesn't work. You have to be in high activity. Now, I know I would like to make an extra $10,000 a month or an extra, whatever these numbers end up being, right? But what I'm wanting to show you guys or point out is the activity. Barb's going to write 20K. I know Ben must have had to run off and do something, but Ben's first month here, he did what? Transition to $3,000. The very next month, he went 20K. It's just activity. That's it. Thank you for sharing that, Barb. And Adam, thank you, because I wasn't thinking about this until we were going over it, and then the numbers just kind of popped in my head, and I'm like, watch this. And I just kind of put it together in front of Adam. But this is pretty awesome. And congratulations, Barb. And you'll write 20K next month. It just was going to happen because you're putting in the activity. All right.
Hey, Corey, I got a
Yes,
question.
sir.
I
Yeah,
don't have
sure.
to this leaderboard. How do I?
Yep.
Can you send me
Yep,
that?
I'll take care of you. I'll
Right.
take care of you. Yep. All right. All right. So this is our, I'd love to see the strings because it's just getting more and more and more. So congratulations to Michelle for her 2-week app string. Mr. Stratton on 2-day app string. Mr. Stratton on his 2-day app string. And then Barb, of course, just absolutely crushing the record by 2 days with obviously even a couple days this week. Obviously, we know it's a holiday. I will tell you guys about this, about the holidays. You guys run your own agencies. People are home and they're in a great mood during these weekends. I know a lot of people that are not even work. They're off. Like they're off from today all the way up until Tuesday. So you can catch a lot of people home. To the degree, I'm not going to Chicago this weekend because I'm going to be out running. If Adam can go out with me, I'll be out with him on Saturday. Other than that, I'm going to be running on Saturday to try to resolve a bunch of leads myself. So I have no doubt we'll hit that 7,300. And in reference to our weekly strengths, check this out. Myself's at 2 weeks, Tommy's at 2 weeks, Chance at 2 weeks, Barb's on a 4-week string, Michelle's on a 5-week string, and Ben is on a 28-week app string. And this list is just going to continue to grow. So congratulations to everybody that's on the list, and looking forward to this list being even longer and me having to change this slide in the coming weeks. All right, in reference to our numbers, Miss Silka at 300 in the 11th place spot. Mary Kretz at 465, Mr. Hogan at 521, Chance 850, Justin 861, myself at 1755. Cracking the top 5, you got Mr. Jeff Allen at 2238, Michelle Bryant at 2692. Katie had some business come in at 4288. And then here we go, Barb cracking the glass ceiling, if you will, at 10,209, and Ben atop of the stack again at 18,513, bringing our total to 42,696 and just $7,000 away from hitting and exceeding our goal. Top 5 for Agent of the Month, and it looks like Barb's got it locked up with just a couple days left. Added a couple more points, so I believe that's a 29-point spread, I believe. Adam, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but Mary in the 5th spot at 113, Katie at 117, Jeff 229, Mr. Ben Stratton at 283, and Barb's at top of the heap this month with just a few days left for Agent of the Month with 312 points. So some of you guys will say, well, wait a minute, Ben had more sales, Barb had more activity and sales. That's what this whole thing is designed to do, so that the top salesperson is not always Agent of the Month, it's activity. So Barb, early congratulations to you, but I know Ben doesn't like being second, so look out. All right. Welcome to the 10K Club. All right, so guys, when you write $10,000 issued in a month, you are part of the 10K Club. You will earn your green jacket. It will say Unity across the front with 10K with your name on the back. So now that we've rebranded and got all that stuff done, those jackets will be ordered, and we should have those here in probably the next 60 days. So I got some custom stuff, stitching and stuff that we're going to do. I'm not trying to do that sticky stuff. So it'll be a nice jacket. All right. Looking forward to that. Barb, again, congratulations to you. All right. So some numbers. So Barb, so far for the week, has taken another spot on our individual records, if you will. So top 10 for submitted business, 6,078, 6 families protected, 20 units of AD&D. I missed the date there, Barb. I'll get that corrected. But that's so far for the week, obviously with a couple of days left. And then I wanted to show you all this. We're currently sitting at just over 12,000. These are our top submitted weeks so far as a team for the year. So we'll go way past, we'll get at least probably fourth or third for sure by the end of the week. So these are submitted team numbers. And then the number 4, obviously we did that the first week of August at 15,861. So just letting you guys know, it looks like we're going to break another team record as well. In reference to numbers for the week, on Monday, off to a fast start, Chance at 925, helping a family with 1 unit of AD&D. Barb, and then Barb there. I thought I flipped those last night, but it was late. And then Chance was the number 1 producer on Monday. Barb number 2 at 664, bringing our total Monday to 1589. 2 families helped with a total of 6 units of AD&D. We came back Tuesday, finally got my math right here, with Mr. Hogan at 593. 1 family helped at 2 units of AD&D. Mr. Stratton at 1830. 1 family helped 5 units of AD&D. And Barb was our top producer on Tuesday, $2,431. 2 families helped with 9 units of accident. That brought our Tuesday total to 4854. 4 families helped, 16 units of accident. On Wednesday, Miss Michelle Bryant came in with 498, one family help with 4 units of accident. Mr. Stratton in the second spot with 908, 2 families help for a total of 10 units of accident. And then Barb does it again, $1,778, 5 units of AD&D, bringing our Wednesday total to $3,184. 4 families help, 19 total units of accidental death and dismemberment. And then yesterday, Michelle comes in again, adding to her string, $752, 1 family help, 1 unit of accident. Barb does it again with $1,205, 2 families help, 2 units of accident. And then myself at $1,293 with 3 units of accident, bringing our Thursday total, $3,250, 4 families help, 6 units of accident. All right, so our weekly total, Tommy at $593, Chance at $925, Michelle $1,250, myself at $1,293, and cracking the top 3, we got Mr. Stratton at $2,738, 3 families help, and of course Barb way out front, $6,078, 6 families help, total 21 units of AD&D, weekly total $12,877, 14 families help, 47 units of accident, and we are only $7,000 away from breaking our $20,000 week. It'll be the second time we've done it. All right, referrals. Again, asking for referrals. 91% of customers said that they would give a referral, but only 11% of salespeople ask. Got to keep asking for referrals. It's a free lead. You're already sitting there with somebody that likes you, knows you, and people do business with people that they know and trust. So asking for those things is going to be a huge help to you. I wanted to, before I forget and start to ramble, I hope all of you have a fantastic Labor Day. I hope you take some time and reflect, spend some time with your family, maybe eat a little barbecue and enjoy the weather. So happy Labor Day to all of you. Appreciate all that you guys do as we continue to get bigger, better, stronger together. So happy Labor Day to everybody, and happy Labor Day weekend. All right, in reference to our training, going a little unorthodox today, as we're going to train on, let's get in here really quick. All right. All right, now my computer's being weird again. There we go. All right, so I get these questions a lot, and before we get too far into this, I want to let you guys know that I am in no way, shape, or form, nor do I pretend to be, nor do I want to be a tax person, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and put that disclaimer out there just so everybody knows, okay? So all I did, just so you guys know, you can go look this stuff up on your own because I get this question a lot, right? Right at the top left-hand corner of your screen, I just went to Google, things that can be written off for 1099s. So for those of you guys that have never ran or owned a business before, you are considered a 1099 or an independent contractor, all right? So you're not taking my word for it. I'm going to put this stuff, as you can see right here on the screen, and I'm just going to go over a couple things, and then I'll give you guys some, for instances, that I've done in the past, because sometimes people that have never been 1099s before, if you've always been a W-2, you don't know how these things work. All right, so this is right from Google. For those who are self-employed or work as independent contractors and are receiving a Form 1099. So a 1099 is just an independent contractor form that you would probably equate to a W-2, right? You go there, the employees do all this, the employer does everything, issues you a W-2 at the end of the year, right? You're gonna get a 1099. And some of you guys, if you go, well, all of you guys, if you're making sales, when you go into the portal, you'll see that it will show it'll have your 1099. It won't be anything in it yet, but it'll be there, all right? You can write off business-related expenses to lower your taxable income. Common deductibles include home office expenses, vehicle use, business travel, and health insurance premiums. All deductibles must be ordinary and necessary for your trade or business, all right? So general business expenses, advertising and marketing. So if you do any advertising, marketing, business cards, flyers, website, anything social media, if you go to a trade show, if you join a chamber of commerce, anything like that at all, you can write it off. Keep your receipts, give them to the person that does your taxes. They'll know what to do. Business insurance. So if you buy insurance, any type of insurance, if you buy insurance and it's health insurance or even to an well, I'm not going to say that. Health insurance, you can check with your tax person about your auto insurance, those kind of things. It's going to be the percentage of time that you're using your vehicle for work, right? So keep all of your receipts for gas, tires, oil changes, windshield wiper blades, anything like that at all, keep it. Keep those receipts, okay? When you're driving, you should be keeping track of your mileage, all right? Give that stuff to your tax person. They will tell you which one makes most sense. Does it make sense to do mileage, or does it make more sense to do wear and tear on your vehicle? All right, all right? Supplies, office supplies. If you buy pen, paper, postage, if you ship anything, mail anything, thank you cards to your clients. I sent, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Bordery, but I sent a client for they have their anniversary. I sent them a Bordery. It was $147. I can write that off because that's a client. I sent something to them for their anniversary. Bank fees. If you do anything with your bank and they charge you fees, anything like that alone, bank loans, interest loans, anything like that at all, that is business related, you can write that off. All right? I'm going to skip the contracted labor because that doesn't make sense for us. If you do any tax preparation, the person that does your taxes, that is a write-off. If you have an attorney for anything, that's a write-off, business related, if you will, or any other professional services. All right? If you start an IRA or a solo 401k, those things can be contributed to your retirement. Those things are things that contributing to your business that can help you. Taxes, license fees, certificates. If you go to an event for, I don't know, a Tony Robbins event or something like anything like that at all, those type of things you can write off. But you got to keep your receipts. You got to be able to show it, right? All right, this is a big one. I have people challenge me on this all the time. I've been doing this for years. Home office deduction. And again, I'm going to say this again. I am not an accountant. All right. If you use part of your home, even if it's an apartment, exclusive for regular use of business, you can write that portion off. Let me give you an example. You live in a 1,000 square foot apartment. Your second bedroom, it's 200 square foot. 200 square foot of that can be written off as a business expense because that's your office. All right. Your utility bill, your cell phone. Now, let me give you an example. If you use 25% of your living space for office and your mortgage is $1,000, again, I'm not an accountant, you can take up to 25% of that as a tax deduction. Your accountant, your tax person will know how to do that. This is huge. And i.e., here it is right here, the example. Multiply the square footage of your office up to 300 square feet. They're going to give you $5 per square foot. You're going to get that every single month as a tax deduction. I have people argue with me about this stuff all the time, tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. I've been doing this for years, and this is all legal. This is on Google. All right? Again, your tax person will know what this is. Phone and internet. You can deduct a portion of your phone, your internet bill, your cell phone. Right? You can do those kinds of things. Vehicle expenses. Your business, for business use, you can choose two methods. The mileage, which went up to 70 cents this year. So you're basically earning 70 cents a mile, right? For every mile you drive. Again, this is what I said right at the top of this. You can choose one of the two methods. Your accountant or tax person will tell you which one makes the most sense, but you have to keep track of everything. So one is mileage, which is the 70 cents. The other one is actual expenses deducted for gas, oil changes, auto repairs, depreciation. So that's why you guys will always see me in some form of SUV, right? It's all legal. If you go downtown to an event and you pay for parking, as long as it's business related, you can write that off. Just keep the receipt. Business travel, for those of us that went to the event down in Nashville, you can take up to half of that off, or you can, the business travel, usually you're going to get around 50-60% credit for that. Again, let the tax person take care of that. Mileage, keep all your receipts, all those things, even your meals when you're traveling can be deducted, as it says right here. All right, as I mentioned already, health insurance premiums, if you're going to trade shows or things to educate yourself, those things can be deducted as well. And then some other things here, just miscellaneous stuff. Again, just keep your stuff together, keep it separate from your personal things, track your mileage, keep all your receipts, you'll be in good shape. Again, I'm going to say this one more time because this is recorded. This is information for information purposes only. I am not an accountant. I am not trying to be an accountant, but I want to educate you guys on what you have available to you as an individual business owner. All right. Guys, I've been doing this stuff for a long time. I was hip to it because of my accountant and the person that does my stuff for me. But a couple more things before I let you guys go. You guys, again, you can go on Google and look this stuff up. I will take this link and put it in our group meet today, just to kind of give you guys a head start to flip through this stuff. I mean, it's all out there. It's common sense stuff. So startup, when you guys got your license and you purchased your Excel course, get your receipts. Those things are write-offs. I've mentioned this already. Business expenses, business travel. If you buy Lincoln shirts, that stuff is a business expense. If you take those things to the dry cleaner to get cleaned, that is a business expense. I've already discussed paper, pen, supplies, your little accordion folder, anything that you buy that you use for your office, an iPad, a laptop, a stylist, anything like that is a write-off. Internet and phone, we discussed that. We discussed your home, client gifts. I talked about bordery. Advertising. If you advertise on Facebook and you're paying for it to boost, which I don't recommend boosting, and I'm sure Benji knows why. But anything like that you do. You advertise on TikTok and you pay for it, it's a write-off. Legal expenses, professional expenses, I already talked about that. The person that does your taxes, that is a write-off. Whatever they charge you, you can write that off. Any loans that you have, business loans, healthcare, your healthcare deductibles, your retirement savings account, continued education. I already talked about your clothes and your grooming. Any membership. If you have a membership to something that's business related, you can write it off. Chamber of Commerce, professional, groups, anything like that at all. All right, so I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Does anybody have any questions on any of that? All right, sweetness. All right, so we're going to take goals for today. And Barb, we'll start with you.
2 for 2.
All right. I knew when you paused you were going to say that. Chance, what do you got today? I think we may have lost Chance once, twice. All right. Justin?
1 for 1.
1 for 1. And then Benji, I'm not going to put you on the spot. So what we do, obviously, at the end of meetings is just what people are shooting for today. And then Adam, you and I will be obviously training. And then Ben, what are you shooting for today?
2 for 2. Sorry, my
No, you're
best
good.
friend in the world just randomly showed up at my office
Oh
from
my gosh.
Arkansas and asked me to be
Cool.
the best man in his wedding. So,
Oh, that's awesome. Congratulations.
Congratulations. That's
Not surprised by any
exciting.
stretch of the imagination.
so yes, 2 for 2.
All right. Well, guys, I hope you guys have a fantastic day. If you need me for anything, you guys know I'm just a phone call away. Hope you all have a great day and happy Labor Day to all of you guys. Bye for now. Bye. Bye-bye.